James Stewart, born James Maitland Stewart on May 20, 1908, in Indiana, Pennsylvania, grew up in a close-knit small-town environment that profoundly shaped his character and values. The son of a hardware store owner, Stewart was raised with discipline, courtesy, and a strong sense of responsibility, traits that would define both his personal life and his iconic screen persona. Though musically talented and active in school productions, acting was not his initial path. At Princeton University, where he studied architecture, Stewart discovered a natural gift for performance, joining the Triangle Club and surrounding himself with creative peers who encouraged his artistic inclinations. After graduating in 1932, he abandoned architecture for Broadway, where his early stage work displayed a raw sincerity and vulnerability that set him apart from contemporaries. Hollywood soon noticed, and he signed with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, beginning a gradual rise that combined unassuming charm with authenticity. Unlike the polished leading men of the era, Stewart's awkward, relatable presence won audiences over, with films like You Can't Take It With You in 1938 demonstrating his warmth and comedic timing. His ascent reached new heights through collaboration with Frank Capra, culminating in iconic roles such as the idealistic senator in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and the sophisticated comedic lead in The Philadelphia Story, the latter earning him an Academy Award in 1940. At the peak of his fame, Stewart made a decision that set him apart from nearly all peers. He enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. Already a licensed pilot, he became the first major Hollywood star to serve, flying combat missions over Europe, rising to the rank of brigadier general in the Air Force Reserve, and earning multiple medals for bravery. The experience added depth and introspection to his later performances, most famously in It's a Wonderful Life, where his portrayal of George Bailey captured human vulnerability, resilience, and emotional complexity, eventually becoming a cultural touchstone. In the 1950s, Stewart reinvented himself under Alfred Hitchcock, delivering psychologically complex performances in Rear Window, Vertigo, and The Men Who Knew Too Much, contrasting sharply with the wholesome idealism of his earlier work. His subsequent westerns, including Winchester 73 and The Men from Laramie, revealed a rugged, morally conflicted side, influencing generations of actors. Off-screen, Stewart was famously private, avoiding gossip and managing fame with quiet dignity. He remained a bachelor until 1949, when he married former model Gloria Hattrick, who brought stability and warmth to his life. He adopted her 2 sons and later had twin daughters, creating a family life rooted in loyalty and devotion, a stark contrast to Hollywood glamour. For decades, Stewart and Gary Cooper were often compared, yet Stewart rarely spoke publicly about his contemporaries. When he did finally reflect on Cooper, his words conveyed deep admiration. Stewart noted Cooper's mastery of stillness and restraint, his ability to convey authenticity without theatrics, and the moral authority he brought to the screen. He studied Cooper not out of rivalry but reverence, learning to let silence, subtlety, and genuine presence carry emotional weight. Off-screen, Stewart saw in Cooper a shared desire for privacy, family, and humility. Both had served in World War II, an experience that further deepened Stewart's respect for Cooper's courage and integrity. In later years, Stewart endured profound loss with Gloria's death in 1994, which left him emotionally adrift. Retreating from public life, he spent his final years in quiet solitude, conserving his energy and embracing a peaceful, private existence. His health declined, and he chose not to undergo pacemaker surgery, fully aware of the implications. Stewart passed away in July 1997 at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy defined not by spectacle but by authenticity, moral strength, and enduring humanity. In speaking about Cooper and reflecting on his own life, Stewart offered a final, graceful salute to both a fellow legend and a life lived with quiet dignity, reminding the world that true greatness often speaks loudest in silence.